So yeah, we just have this one step to do. So hopefully we can finish it and get a glance at the next steps, like character designs. That would be nice. But yeah, we are on the last step of step 3. Other than Baxter's, but we can't do Baxter's. Assume it's 20 seconds. It's better be early than late. Yeah. I'll be sure to let them know in the 20-second then. I need to get... Hold on. I'm gonna actually write it down on a sticky note because I'm terrible at remembering things. Luckily, I got a sticky note right here. That is not a pen. This is a pen. I got like these pens for Christmas. I got these pens for Christmas from my my nephews. I don't know where they got this from, but it's like a bunch of Pikachus with like different designs on it, which is very cute. But they like melted before I even got them. So I always have to like really go on it to make it actually right. But at least I have a set of pens. Like, there's like a bleed of like red ink all around the tip, and this was before I even opened it. Like, this is right when I got it. It was already bleeding out. But anyway. Please let me write. Lynn. B. Day. 22nd. I'm gonna post this right on my screen. Should I cover chat with it? No. I'll paste it above chat. There we go. Okay. Alright. Let's get back into it. Let's play some R Live. Also, thank you so much for the head pats, Leonix. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's go. The day and the week were nearing their end, and you were welcoming it in your own way by laying sprawled out on your bed. Yeah, that's a mood. That is what I do, like, literally every single day. Also, how's the sound sounding? It too loud? It too soft? Let me know. Keep me on the down low mood. It was quiet in your house, getting to that time of the night where you really should be sleeping, but you didn't feel tired at all. Big mood. Me until like 2 or 3 a.m. Also, like, a big reason why I don't go to sleep until like 2 a.m. is because I can hear my cousins all night. You rolled onto your side. Outside, the last lit-up window across the streets blinked out, leaving the buildings on the block faceless silhouettes against a blue-black sky dotted by stars. Lower a bit the music. A bit. Okay. Okay, how's that sound? That sound better? Your phone came to life on the nightstand, a pale light cast on the ceiling of your room. Without looking, you threw your arm out behind yourself, groping around on the tabletop until your phone was under your palm. Yeah, okay, good. Also, did I have this stuff here before? I don't remember seeing this. At that point, you lifted it to your face, snorting once you saw the familiar name attached to a short message just reading, "Hey, hey." Cove wasn't much for sleeping now either. Yeah, you're gonna Romeo and Juliet up into my room again, Cove? As she made to reply though, more and more texts came through in quick succession. Hey, you like doing things? What? What do you mean by that? You like doing things with me? Excuse me? You don't remember getting those? It makes sense. I mean, what I'm saying is that there are things you and I do and we like. Cove, don't say it like that. Cove's the one being your boy. You got them after you got these hands. together at the same time. What in the world? Cove, what are you talking about? He's probably gonna be like, yeah, let's go watch a movie. Now that was eyebrow raising. You propped yourself up on one elbow, sitting upright against the headboard so you could text more comfortably. He is trying so hard to have Riz. Does he mean gay sex? He watched the Mario movie and he got ideas. Wow, you got it all figured out. Dang it, second texting! Man, am I excited to see where this is going, yeah. The typing indicator dropped off and a notable pause followed. You snickered into the palm of your hand. Howdy, howdy, well howdy, Overtaker, how's it going? Listen, if you want to talk about me, just be direct. It wasn't hard to imagine Cove red-faced and hunched over his phone in the dark, eyebrows furrowed as he tried to think of how to respond to your comment. Yeah, are we gonna hold hands? Or what, Cove? Ultimately, he didn't even attempt to address it. For what I was saying, you're free for a while, right? Lewd, very lewd. I've got nothing big planned for the next few days. Cool, I thought so. I was just making sure. Alright. You could almost hear Cove's intake of breath as he prepared for the next part, despite the conversation being text alone. Is he gonna propose to me? The window of your messaging app might as well have been a screenshot. You were left to keep track of the passing seconds with the rising and falling cries of crickets outside. Y'all are only 18. I mean, we've been together for what, 10 years? We're technically already senior citizens in terms of a relationship. When your screen darkened from inactivity, you wondered if you should do something yourself. I can only imagine him hunched down, phone in one hand, hands in the other. Yes, you thought you could give him a nudge. What does that mean? Take your time. Almost immediately, he started typing, like you'd only dreamt up the lull in the conversation. Elliot doesn't deserve a proposal after what he did to Derek, and given that he loves Baxter. Hey! What do you mean what I... Listen. Everyone deserves love. I deserve love, right? I want... This is the Cove run, so we're gonna make Cove the happiest man in the world before we play Baxter's Route. It'll be quick, hold on. The next message came along instantaneously. Pocket sand. What if we did something new or sort of unexpected? What are we gonna do? Would you be okay with that? We could go skinny dipping or something? You do seem to like doing things in the ocean. Something we haven't ever done together? Is he trying to propose to me? Is this like him trying to propose to me? You lowered your phone, leaning back against the headboard as you thought it over. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Adamello. The streets outside your window looked different at night, but you knew that if you were to wander out, there would be no chance of you losing your way. Who is Derek? Yeah, who is Derek? I played around with his feelings and found out. Yeah, I truly was a villain with Derek, but I'm not even gonna finish that sentence, because no matter what I say, people are gonna be like, Elio! Doesn't ring a bell. Don't you smiley emoji at me. There wasn't a single inch of your neighborhood that you didn't know by heart. And everywhere you looked, from the grassy hill behind your house to the shops by the beach, You could recall a time you'd been there with Cove, mostly just chatting as you walked together. You didn't mind everyday things like that, but as for something new or unexpected... What do you have in mind? Hold on. What do you have in mind exactly? Some things! Very clear on what we are doing, Cove. I'm gonna misunderstand you so much. Please be direct. I'm currently thinking he's gonna, like, propose to me. One by one, Cove began presenting his ideas, starting off with attending a play. I'd assume is a no one. We watched TV together in movies, but real people performing in front of us. We've never done that. Really? We haven't? I go to the plays all the time. I'm not sure what plays exactly are on right now. Well, we're definitely not gonna go see fucking Othello, that's for sure. I ain't ever gonna see that movie again. Or not movie, I ain't ever gonna see that play. But that adds to the unexpected factor. There was a slight pause before Cove moved on to the next plan. Visiting an aquarium. Yes! Yes! That's like one of my... That is one of my top 10 places I want to go on a date. Is an aquarium. I want to go to an aquarium so bad. That makes sense, right? We go to the beach and stuff. We're pretty close to the water. But going to the aquarium would be water in a whole new way. I assume Derek is some kind of gaslight command again. Why are you like this, Overtaker? The third and last idea was the one that was most out of the blue. Ice skating! Oh, I like ice skating. I've gone ice skating a few times. You gotta be careful with what you wear to it though, because you can really skin your knees if you fall. Ice skating? It was a total wild card, as Cove is putting it, and the polar opposite of what the two of you normally did. Just fish there. Why? I guess penguins too. There's a cool action. Are you saying fish aren't cool? What the fuck? Fish are great. Penguins are great. Sharks are great. White eels are great. Starfish are great. Fucking algae. I'll watch algae all day. Got my fucking plankton. Got my corals. Got like all of this shit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fish kind of lame though. This guy. This guy's clearly never seen. Hold on. Let me blow your mind with some cool fish. I remember I found a fish by looking something up on Google, and I was amazed by it. Let me see. I wonder if I can find it by searching my Google history. Alright, I think I cleared my history actually, kind of recently. Amazon. Of course I would. Oh. Is that it? No. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm getting closer to what I searched. Okay. Why was I just looking up that name constantly? Oh my god, Elio. There it is. There it is. That was the word. That was the word. Or maybe it wasn't. Hold on. And then I looked up honey butter chips. Hold on. Maybe I can find it by searching this up. I know I've sent Barn pictures of it. Hold on. There's a good fish. I swear to God it's a good fish. It is a very, very fine fish. It wasn't too long ago. It was like last month. Also, there's jellyfish. Jellyfish are great too. I was spamming him with .hack pictures. Hold on. Spamming him with amare pictures. Where is the fish? I know I've shared it with him. I share like every interesting animal I come across with him. Listen. This is a very interesting fish, I swear to fucking Christ. Where is it? Talking about Winx Club. Talking about Ben 10. Where's the fish? Star drawing competition. Where's the fish? He's away, so I can't even message him to be like, hey, you remember the name of that fish? I can't remember the name of the fucking fish! God. Where the hell is that big ass? Okay, no, hold on. Okay, here we go. There it is! There it is! I found it. I found it. Oh my god. I found the fish. You mean to say you don't want to go to a fucking aquarium and see this absolute chonker? Look at it! Look at it! That sounds fishy? Really very complicated. Look at it. Look at him! He's a bump head. He bumps heads with other fucking fish. The bumphead parrotfish. Look at him. Behold. Who put a stone in his head? He gets a big bump on his head because he likes bumping heads with other fish. Kinda gay. Is it gay if I bumped heads with another fish? Kind of a gay fish thing to do. Icon, honestly. Cute, an absolute unit. Yes. Thank you. Wow, fishy. Reminded me of a shoe bill. See, that's why I like it. I like shoe bills. They can decapitate me if they want to. Anyway, yeah, I want to go to an aquarium. I want to see the bumphead parrotfish. And I want to see jellyfish, and I want to see penguins, and I want to see all of that stuff. What did Elio meant by that? They can decapitate me. If it was fitting right in with the other options of something you've never done together. Penguins are cool. They are cool. Yeah, shoe bills can decapitate my ass anytime. Let's say if hypothetically someone wanted to surprise you with an unexpected outing, would that be okay? I mean, you're not really surprising me if we're planning this out via text. Cove. Oh, see you later, Annabelle. Hopefully you can get some good sleep. Decapitation is the head, not the ass. I hope he decapitates my ass. You couldn't help but smile fondly at that, wondering to yourself who that someone could be. Head ass. Dead ass, I'm a head ass. Thanks, Elio. Hold on. Was this on a specific thing? Yeah, it would be perfect if that somehow happened. If only a hypothetical someone existed. Great. Not that it means anything, but which one would be your favorite? The aquarium. It'd be the aquarium. I mean, I like all of these, honestly. All of these would be exciting for me. I like plays, though it depends on the play. If we're gonna see Othello, then I would probably punch the shit out of whoever took me to see a play, which would probably be Barn. If Barn took me to see a play and it was Othello, I would decapitate his ass. Aquarium, always a banger. Love going to see animals at any point in time. Ice skating is nice and fun and cute. It's like a meet cute, very fun. Exciting. Just gotta make sure that you don't fall, because then that shit hurts. But yeah, aquarium. Again, decapitation is the head, not the ass. Head ass, I'm gonna decapitate my ass. You'd heard that in recent years, the aquarium had been making efforts towards conservation. Yes! Yes! It seemed like a perfect, obvious fit for Cove. Perfect fit for... Obvious fit for Cove. No, obvious fit for me. Conservation, I love that. King shit. Alright, cool. Don't think too hard about this talk. I'm gonna be thinking very hard about it, actually. It doesn't mean anything. I sure hope it means something. Sorry. Good night, Bunny. It's really late now. Yeah, don't you be like, hey, we're gonna go to an aquarium, and then be like, don't think about anything. Yeah, we better go to the aquarium. We better go. Don't get my hopes up. It's really late now. Yeah, it is. Night, Cove. With that final send-off, you put your phone to sleep and lowered it with a sigh. You had no idea when Cove was gonna invite you to the aquarium, but your mind was buzzing with all the possibilities the coming days might bring. Your phone went back to its place on the nightstand, and you resumed snuggling into the mattress, one hand thrown to the side and the other shoved under your pillow. Somewhere between this day and the next, you finally found yourself asleep. Head-ass thinking. Dead-ass, I'm head-ass. The next morning, after washing up from breakfast, you had just climbed the stairs to your room, ready to tackle the day, when you heard the ringing of the doorbell. You turned towards the sound, angling your head in confusion. Was someone expecting a visitor today? Yeah, me. Cove be taking me to that aquarium. Or I'm gonna decapitate his ass. Then again, you weren't even sure if anyone else was around, judging by the lack of footsteps you were hearing. You raced down backstairs. What? You raced back downstairs to answer the door. As you pulled it open and saw who it was, you were only further confused. Eh? Is it not Cove? Okay, it is Cove. Why am I confused? I'm expecting you. You better be taking me to the aquarium. I got like all dressed up. I'm wearing like a nice seafoam green suit. Cove? He was standing there with an unsure look on his face at first, like he didn't know who would answer the door. But the moment he saw it was you, a shy grin spread across his face. He raised one hand and gave you a little wave. Surprise! This is a surprise. Don't you normally use the window? You found it funny how you had grown so used to hearing him tapping that glass pane that showing up at your front door was what it took to get a reaction. Cove turned his head to the side with a considering lift of his eyebrows. I guess I do, but not today. I got you something. He slid his hand out from behind his back, holding it up in front of your face as he offered the present to you. Your eyes widened once you saw what it was. Tickets to the aquarium? You shouldn't have! You should have, actually. Thank you. A rare shell. He hadn't expected a gift at all, let alone something as thoughtful as this. I mean, this isn't a first-person, like, a front-row view of the dolphins, but I'll accept it. Thank you for the hydrate. Taking one look at your face, no doubt a complicated mix of happiness and shock, Cove let out a laugh. Surprise! Again! It really is. Suddenly, Cove raised his head, his eyes finding yours and startling you into still... What is this music? Ayo? Cove's question came softly, his voice lingering on some words as his shyness got the better of him.
Bunny.
Would you go on a date with me today? I was thinking maybe we could go to the aquarium. Yes, let's go! He inclined his head at you with a crooked smile. I had a feeling this might be a nice place to invite you to. Oh, is it me continually spamming your Twitter feed with, deals on going to the aquarium? I'd love to. Cove huffed a sigh of relief, his lips spreading in a wide, cheery smile. Alright, we're gonna do it. With his big question asked and accepted, Cove raised the gift towards you again, gesturing with his other hand for you to receive it officially. You carefully took it from him, spamming his Discord chat with head bump fished. I'll put this somewhere I'll put this somewhere safe, and then we can go on. Cove is confirmed barn. Cove had no problem with that. Still grinning, he stepped back, his body angling away as he waved a hand in the air. What did Bunny mean by that? I'll get my car ready then. Meet me there. What would have happened if I said no? Okay, like, I get like a really nice gift and he asked me out on a date and I'm just like, no. As soon as the door clicked shut, you dashed upstairs to your room, prepping a spot first for Cove's gift. Then, satisfied with your efforts, you grabbed your bag, tossing in whatever else you thought you'd need for the outing, before heading back outside. Okay, I got my bag full of treats, I got my high-definition camera, I got tools to break into the back if I see them mishandling an animal so I can liberate them from the aquarium. Yeah, I think I'm set. Cove's old car was parked right in front of the house. You went straight to it, hopping into the shotgun seat. Cove is barn, so Cove hates Derek and especially Baxter? Maybe. As you buckled yourself in, Cove leaned forward to watch you with an eager expression, his fingers tapping the dashboard to a lively sort of rhythm. He was ready to start, but trying to tone it down so you wouldn't feel rushed. I'm glad we're doing this together. Me too! Hell yeah, let's go! Once your seatbelt was secured, Cove checked his mirrors to make sure the street was clear before pulling away from the curb. And like that, the two of you began your trip. You settled in fully for the trip out to the aquarium in the city. It would be a bit of a drive, but you didn't mind. You made an attempt to start a conversation. It's kind of funny we've never done this before now. Why haven't we? Yeah, why haven't we? This would be like the first place I would want to go on a date. Is to an aquarium. It's kind of funny we've never done this before now. Why haven't we? Yeah. Probably because I never thought about going to the aquarium with anyone before this. Wait, seriously? You've never gone to the aquarium ever? What? Y'all live in California! Y'all got fucking Monterey Bay Aquarium and what do you mean? You've never gone to the aquarium? What is wrong with your parents? Why have they never taken you? Yep, that's right. Never. And not just the specific one either. I haven't been to an aquarium, period. What? Okay, now I'm a terrible boyfriend because I never took him to the aquarium? What's wrong with me? Yeah, we need to go to the aquarium stat. I need to have him look at the bumphead parrotfish. Pro tip, if you're not sure you'll enjoy a date, call it an appointment. That way at the end you can say, a disappointment is over. And they will think you mean disappointment. Wow. He's gonna track sand into the aquarium. This might be brand new for Cove, but you've been to the aquarium before. You had more experience with aquariums than Cove Holden. That simply sounded wrong. Can I ask why not? I figured you'd have begged to go. Yeah, why haven't you been to the aquarium? What's wrong with me? Elio, I don't have the time to tell you in the next 2 hours. Number 1, you prefer Baxter over Cub. What the fuck? Number 2, you prefer Baxter over Dirk? What the fuck? What's wrong with either of those things? Cove tapped the tips of fingers against the steering wheel, his face scrunching in contemplation. When I was growing up, my dad did try to take me. I'd never been before because I was so little. I said no. Whenever he tried to talk about it, I'd tell my dad I'd rather go to the actual beach on my own. But you can't see penguins at the beach, Cove! Well, nya, 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 nya. Nya, nya, nya. Yeah, you can't see any uminekos. Well, you probably can see uminekos at the beach, actually. Nya, nya. Or he could at least take me to the fish part of the pet store, but not the aquarium. You are losing affection points with me by saying that. Eventually, he didn't ask about it anymore. He must have figured I had something against it. Why would you want to go to the fish part of the pet store? Fish in pet stores make me depressed. I hate going to, like, Petco because I'm going with, like, a friend or family or whatever to, like, pick up, like, cat food. It makes me so depressed. Because, like, they just put them in, like, these teeny tiny little cups, like, little see-through cups, and there's, like, nothing. There's, like, nothing that gives it, like, enrichments or anything. And, like, I don't even know if they regularly feed the fish. In, like, a dedicated pet store or, like, a Walmart. In a dedicated pet store. The frickin' Petco that I used to work near did that with, like, the beta fish. And it made me so angry. I mean, I doubt that's every pet store, yeah. But I've seen a few where they just put the fish in, like, these teensy tiny little things, and there's, like, no enrichment for the fish. Or they're dumbasses and they mix up the fish with fish that will eat them. And it's just like they don't care. So it always makes me angry when I go to a Petco, because they don't care. Petco does not care about the animals. Like, at least the ones that I've been to here. I've been to a few Petcos, and they're terrible. Terrible. Wait, fish that can eat them? Yes. Some fish will eat other fish. Especially if they are bigger. If they are able to swallow the other fish and they are hungry, they will eat the other fish. So you have to be very careful about, like, what fish you put together. Dude, I like seeing gray fish. That's sick. Space Petco? No, my confusion isn't fish eating fish. My confusion is that they aren't careful about that. Yeah, exactly. That's why I hate them. I thought all fish did that, yeah. But they, like, don't pay attention to, like, the sizes of the fish. Like, you should pay attention to that, like, pretty much daily before, like, feeding them. Like, make sure, like, the size of them. That, like, one won't be able to swallow another whole and stuff. But, like, I've seen ones where they put, like, these big-ass fish with, like, these really tiny, teensy tiny fish. And I'm like, oh, those fish aren't gonna live long. Anyway, pet store, fish parts of pet stores that I've been to just make me depressed, and I hate it. When he stopped mentioning the aquarium, I stopped thinking about it. It just never came to my mind. His expression shifted to one of bemused confusion. Thing is, I don't know what I had against it, if I did have a problem. Maybe I didn't like the idea of seeing water I wasn't allowed to go in. Or to meet fish I could never bring home. That sounds like the kind of thing little me might have gotten upset over. I mean, you can go to like the dolphin show and get splashed. And maybe I just wasn't okay with doing a new kind of trip. It'd be to someplace new, and with only my dad, Mom wouldn't be there anymore.
I guess.
That might have made it seem not worth doing right off the bat. That's 8-year-old me for you. Cove shook his head with a pained smile, then his tone dropped to a distant whisper. My uncle made one of his first fish tanks and put all the fish together. Went away for a week and then only 3 big motherfuckers were alive and the others are fucking eaten. God. Yeah, if any of you are ever thinking of getting fish or you know people that have fish, please keep this in mind. Do not leave your fish unattended for long if you're gonna have them share like a habitat together. Like, please make sure that one isn't growing so big that it can eat the other. Please. A lot of people tend to not even think much about fish. Like, a lot of people will be like, oh, fish will just die in like a couple weeks. And it's like, no. I mean, yeah, definitely there are some fish that can, like, that don't have very long lifespans. But a lot of fish can live pretty long if you take good care of them. Like, a lot of fish die from depression, honestly. Because people don't put them in habitats that give them enrichment. So they get depressed. And then they just die. Some fish aren't prone to eat others, but you have to do your research for fuck's sake. Yeah, like for instance, betta fish. Do not put betta fish in a habitat with other fish. They will kill the other fish. My mom used to work at Petco, and the area for the cats was the size of a small hallway. It makes me depressed. They all think fishes are animated paintings or something, yeah. Wow, Elio calling fish beta males. No! There's actual fish called betas! And they're terrible. They will kill the other fish, so please be careful. There's a reason they separate the betas, even though I don't like how they separate the betas at the Petco, because they put the betas in these little teeny tiny little cups with no enrichment, and it's terrible. It's like, yes, I know that betas can kill other fish, but you should still give them enrichment. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going off on a rant about fish. I'm just very passionate about animals. They separate the betas. Okay, I'll leave. Gonna get put into a tiny cup and die from depression. I know that betas can kill other fish. I'm sorry for eating fish. It was only when thinking about stuff I could do with you that I finally remembered I could go to an aquarium. Oh. He pulled his mouth into a bent smile and straightened his shoulders. He didn't want to bring the mood down. I mean, I think I already brought the mood down, Cove. Because I was just screaming at you about pet stores. It all worked out in the end, because I got to really surprise you with the news, huh? Let me see. Yeah, you're adorable. He said nothing, only let out a bashful smile. God, this expression is so good. The conversation continued on with idle chatter about what you'd do when you got there. Then the large angular building decorated with ocean-themed cutouts came into view. You'd arrived at your destination. Same, bro. I'm an animal person to a T. Yeah. I hope someday, like, a big part of me really wants to get, like, big as a streamer so I can do, like, what do they call them? The thing where you raise money for organizations. I want to raise money for animals. I want to help animals. I want to donate so badly to, like, conservation efforts and stuff, but I can't do any of that right now with my situation. You hopped out of the car and headed over to the imposingly large guest entranceway. Cove's head swiveled around to let his curious eyes take in every view, and you weren't even inside yet. Oh, what is this? Our life, Elio, fish tangent. Yeah. Every time I think of an animal, I just get sidetracked for like half an hour just talking about it. I feel like that happens a lot for our life too. Very funny. You could see the realization of what he'd been missing out on dawn on him in real time. Cove bounced on the balls of his feet as the two of you stood in line to get tickets. His excitement continued to build. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, look at that! That's a fucking bumphead fish, parrotfish. I mean, he doesn't have as big of a bump, but he looks very similar. Look at that. When you finally were face to face with the tanks, you could hear Cove quietly gasp from your side. Yeah, look at them. We got angelfish. He briskly took some large strides to get further into the room. And to get closer to the glass barrier, there he stood still. Is that supposed to be a whale? Cause like it looks like a whale from like how it's drawn, but like this must be some big ass aquarium. Oh my god. And we got some manta rays. After taking a moment for himself, he whipped around to look at you. Cove was outright vibrating with excitement. Fish boy. Yes, starfish! Starfish! His mouth opened in a large smile, but all that came out was tiny, squeaking giggles. It bubbled over into full-on giddy laughter before he was able to speak in earnest. Each word was full of joy. It's amazing! I love it here. Thank you. I'm glad you like it here. I love it too. He cheered back without hesitation. Yeah, the aquarium's great. Thank you for the hydrate, Overtaker. I wish I could live in an aquarium. Like, I don't know. Can you imagine just sleeping? Just sleeping right here? Like, get like a nice little bed and just sleep here, and like you wake up and you see this and you can hear the sound of the waves as you sleep, as the fish swim around. God, I saw like this one TV show where they did like kids' dream bedrooms, and this kid wanted an aquarium bedroom, and they made like a tank that was connected to like an overhead like wooden thing above his bed. So like literally when he wakes up he can see the fish. It's a little worrisome but about that because of the chance of him like waking up kind of like loopy and maybe breaking the tank, but I think they set it high enough to where I don't think he would bang his head on it. But anyway, that's amazing. The two of you wasted no time before rushing around the place. You went every which way across the aquarium. I remember I used to watch a, what was it called? Tanked or something like that. It was like a TV show where people got like tank. Like they did custom tanks for people. I think that was actually where the bed for the kid was. Yeah, incredible bed frame tanked. That was it. Yeah, I loved this show. Yeah, hold on. Let me show you this. This is amazing. It's such a big tank. I love it. Okay, yeah. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, there's the very real chance of him banging his head. But I think maybe this was for adults, actually. Okay, no. No, we get the view of the kid. Okay, it is big enough. It is big enough that he won't bang his head. Yeah, hold on. Let me show you this. This is so cool. I want this. I want a bed like this. I'm sorry. I'm getting off on fish tangents today. Yeah, look at this. Kid is gonna sleep with the fishes from now on. Look at that. Look at that. God, did that cost $3,000? Jesus. I need it. It's so pretty. It's so cool. Cove is enthralled by each new sight, his eyes alight like a kid in a candy store, and a perpetual smile made its home on his face. No metaphorical stone was left unturned. God, that is fucking scary. How is it scary? He viewed all the tanks from his tallest of heights on tippy toes, as well as crouching as low to the floor as he could manage. Wow, I want a shark in there. Your exuberance was just as bright as his, buoyed further by how happy you were that he had found such happiness. You beamed. After making an entire trip through the whole building, you and Cole finally slowed the pace down. You'd arrived back at the original viewing room. It was a good spot for a break. Cove stood quietly near the tank, in almost the same spot as he had been when he first took in the view. Somehow that moment already felt like a long time ago. What if the glass cracks in the middle and you die Final Destination style? I'm sure they, like, reinforced the tanks. Funny fact, most sharks are very docile. There are even places where you can dive and get engulfed around lots of sharks. Yeah, sharks are actually really sweet creatures. It's kind of a shame that a lot of people, like, hunt sharks out of fear because of, like, I think I've talked about this before, so I am rehashing old things. But the movie Jaws, before Jaws came out, there wasn't too much, like, shark hunting, but Jaws made a lot of people afraid of sharks, and so it kind of justified more people killing sharks. And I remember the creator of the novel felt really bad about it. And so he, like, spent the rest of his life being a conservationist and, like, spreading info about sharks to try and, like, fix some stuff that his novel brought. It is a shame, though, because they're still remaking, because I believe who is the director of the Jaws movie? The director of the Jaws movie isn't as Steven Spielberg. I believe last year they brought back Jaws to the movie theater. And I remember the creator of the novel saying that he did not want, like, remakes or anything for Jaws because he didn't want to continue kind of that, what is the word? The cycle of, like, people becoming scared of sharks, because he said he wished he never wrote the novel in the first place. So it's really sad, because I remember last year when I was working at the movie theater, I saw that they were having things for Jaws, and I was like, no, please don't. Steven Spielberg, please stop. You got so many other good movies under your belt. Please just leave Jaws to rest. The movie Jaws fucked up so many people. Did you know that the population in beaches lowered that year? Yeah, it really fucked up a lot of things, but the biggest thing it fucked up was people's perception on sharks, which sucks. I love Blahas. Yes, I want so many Blahas. I want a Blahas plushie. Crazy how much panic a shitty polyester model with a musical sting created. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that you gotta be careful when you're, like, a creator of stuff, is, like, you have a power of influencing people. Like, for example, you shouldn't give cats a lot of milk, but a lot of people see cartoons where they feed cats milk and they give the cats milk and stuff. And just wish people thought more on that before doing stuff. But anyway, you weren't sure if he was feeling the same way. Cove simply watched the watery world and sighed with open fondness. He wouldn't get tired of that view either. You were certain of that. Also the rabbits eating lots of carrots. Yeah, carrots aren't actually very good for rabbits. You can give rabbits carrots on occasion as, like, a treat, but you should not make that the main diet for a rabbit. They need greens. Or pigeons and breadcrumbs, yeah. Again, this is stuff you should only, like, give, like, very, very once in a blue moon, really. Should not be their main diet. You walked up to stand by him, taking in the same otherworldly experience of having a sea right in front of you. Suddenly, Cove swallowed hard, your head tilted. He wasn't looking at you. His eyes were glued to the vast ocean view in front of him. But his bright red face reflected clearly in the floor-to-ceiling glass pane, separating aquarium... But his bright red face reflected clearly in the floor-to-ceiling glass pane, separating aquarium goers from the water. You couldn't understand. Nothing had happened. Then realization came. This was Cove. He was flustered because he was thinking about doing something. What do you want to do, Cove? Cove always got that way when he was mentally building himself up. You nodded to yourself and elected to keep your lips zipped. You wanted to give him a chance to do whatever it was that he had cooking. Cove need to learn diving. He'd have lots of fun, yeah. We should go to like the coral reefs and stuff. So there's a lot of fish and they're hot. I bet he wants to go in the water and swim with them. Yep. His mouth clamped shut after those vague, stuttering words. You could feel a tension growing. After a breathless pause, he spoke again. Also, hold on. I'm gonna turn the light on in my room. It's starting to get pretty dark. Blaha is just my coping mechanism. Oh, I really want a Blaha. I have a plusle that is really nice that I like hugging. Someone gifted me it on Throne, actually. I hug the plusle that someone gifted me a lot. It is very nice. You know, if you were a fish, you'd be... What fish are you gonna call me, Cove? A paradise fish, because... I'm sorry. I need a moment. I need a moment. A paradise fish. A paradise fish. They're so beautiful. God. Thank you. Thank you, Cole. Thank you for the head pats too, Overtaker. I love paradise fish. A paradise fish, because being with you is like being in paradise. Well, at least you didn't call me an angel fish. I feel like that's the only fish I would like get angry at, because I'd be like, oh, you're really trying to riz me by calling me an angel fish, huh? I'd rather be called a clownfish. Oh fuck, that's cute. They're so cute. Here, I will show you guys what a paradise fish looks like. They have a really beautiful, very beautiful colors. Very bright red and warm blue. They're so cute. Here, let me show you. Yeah, this is the animal hyperfixation stream. But all my streams are animal fixation streams. Where did it go? Where'd the fishy? There it is. There's the fishy. Look at them! They're so cute. Look at just... They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. You're a clownfish, Elio, because you're a clown. And you're fishy. Hey! I would prefer being called a clownfish because clownfish are beautiful. They have a really nice, like, coloration of orange and white. And there's the little bits of black in them. Adorable. Wow, so classy. Yeah, they're so beautiful. I love their tails and their gills. They're so cute. I love them. That's like high praise being compared to your paradise fish. Cove pressed his forehead against the glass with his eyes wide and gazed down as he fervently refused to even peek at what reaction he might be giving. Well, cute, but not as cute as me. He was blushing wildly, feeling unparalleled embarrassment over the line he just dropped. Rizmaster 500. It was too cute. It was unreal. You had plenty of fish knowledge up your sleeve to use for this too, yes. Well, if you were a fish, you'd be a diamond tetra because you're a treasure clownfish. God! Silver dollars, specifically 20 silver dollars, you know why. Kissing Garami, at least hopefully you will be Sunrise Guppy because you're my adorable ray of sunshine. Oh, teardrop butterfly fish because you cry like... Good. It's a shame a lot of these come with like dialogue that I don't enjoy. Because I love butterfly fish, but I don't want to say he's a butterfly fish because he cries a lot. I don't want to say he's a kissing Garami because I want him to kiss me. I just want to say it because the fish are cute. God. I think I'm gonna go with Sunrise Guppy. Sunrise Guppies are cute.
Oh.
He continued to speak after his initial exclamation, but it was so mumbled you weren't sure what it was. I want to grow an oxalate someday. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oxalate. So like, you wanna like grow like spinach and stuff, or? Hold on, I wanna look at pictures of sunrise guppies right now. Yeah, that's them. Okay, yeah, I thought that was what they look like. The big ol' eyes. Oh, the Guppy King Cobra Sunrise. Oh, the coloration on its tail is so beautiful. Cobra Pineapple Male Guppy. Oh my god! I need to stop looking at pictures of fish. Oh, axolotls. Oh, axolotls are adorable. You gotta take really good care of them though if you're gonna raise them. Cove had completely lost control of the conversation that he started. He did not know what to do about that. Ultimately, he settled for turning his burning face away from you even more, as well as covering a cheek with a hand for good measure. Leaving him speechless had you feeling rather pleased. After that, Cove wanted to go around the aquarium again. He hoped to let it all sink in at a more leisurely place where you'd... Oh, what fish is this? What fish is this? Oh... Plus, he desperately wanted more time to settle down after his latest big attempt at flirting. Yeah, I know they're really sensitive, so I'll try when I have the time and stuff. Yee. The two of you began your second loop down the paths. It took no time at all to become absorbed in the incredible sea life once more. I think if I ever got another fish, like if I had like a good habitat for a fish, I would probably like have beta fish, just cause I feel bad for them. I feel bad for beta fish, so if I ever had like a habitat that I could have fish in, I would probably get a tank with some betas in them. As you walked, Cove stole a quick look at you after only having eyes for the fish for quite some time.
Hey.
Would it be alright to ask why you chose this place? What made it the favorite out of everything? It doesn't matter why, I'm just curious. I think I did have a beta fish when I was a kid. I know I had goldfish that I caught at like a fair. And then, God, don't get me started on fair goldfish. Anyway, And I think I bought a betta fish. I think it was a beautiful pinkish, like magenta-y betta fish. It was very beautiful. I like the aquarium. Oh, cool. You can tell Cove is feeling pretty pleased with himself by the way his eyebrows rose and his smile curved. One of his suggestions was something he wanted to do regardless, and he was considering that a success. There wasn't nearly enough time in a single day to satisfy Cove's desire to exist inside of the aquarium, but the day did have to end eventually. Despite obviously wanting to linger longer, Cove left the building with a skip in his step. It'd been a good trip. The two of you shut the door to Cove's car behind you as you took your usual seats. The clicking of seatbelts punctuated the end of the adventure. I would absolutely do that again. Good thing, cause you are! Also, I want to show you guys something. Hold on. Do I have it open? Okay, I do. I wanted to illustrate something real fast. Because I keep thinking about it because of the aquarium. I know I've talked about this a few times whenever I get on one of these tangents about aquariums. But just let me have this. Okay. So like, there's this one aquarium I really want to go to again that I went to as a kid. I think it was the Monterey Bay Aquarium, but I'm not entirely sure. Because like I was a kid, so I don't really remember. But I think it was the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And it is because there was this big tank. There's this big old tank. If you look over here, you got the fishies swimming around. And then right over here is an indent in the glass water. And it has like a curve like that. Like a very three-dimensional curve. And when I went there as a kid, I sat like this in the circle. Because you could sit in it. You could sit in the circle. And it was a part of the tank. And like, the fish would like swim by you. And they would be right near you. I remember there was like this one, I believe it was an angelfish, that was like swimming all around me, like looking at me while I was sitting in there. And I want to go there again. I don't know if I could sit in it like I did when I was a kid, but I'd like to go in there and look at the fish. It was a really cool design choice for an aquarium. And I always get memories of it. It's like one of my most fondest childhood memories. Is like sitting in that little hole in the aquarium and seeing the fish. And like the angelfish staring at me. And then let me switch this back to our life. Yeah, it's like, that sounds otherworldly. Yeah, it's one of the best memories I ever had. It was just, I felt like time stopped for me. And I felt like I was there for hours in the little hole looking at the fish. But I feel like I was probably only there for like a couple of minutes. But I was just, my breath was just taken away. You give you art, Riz. Are you color theory? Cause you make me lose my goddamn mind. My goldfish was called Azul, blue in Spanish. I don't know why. Aw. I only named one goldfish of my goldfish because I was never good with names growing up. One of the fish's names was Goldie. But yeah, I really want to go to that aquarium again. I want to see if they still have the hole or if they redesigned the tank. They probably did because a bunch of kids probably, like, ruined it. But I hope they still have it. No kidding? Your breath is taken away, and that's why you turned the favor by being breathtaking 24/7. Why? Cove chuckled as he pulled the car out of the parking spot, spirits still as high as ever. A ways into the drive, Cove glanced towards your direction. You stretched your arms as you shifted in your seat, waiting patiently for him to say what was on his mind.
So...
I know this was unexpected, but thanks for coming along. Hey, no, thank you for bringing me. It gave me a lot of memories. Oh, and I don't mean because you murdered people this time. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for not implying that I take people's breath away by choking them to death. Yeah, it really was. Thank you for going to the trouble to plan this. You're welcome. It was no trouble at all. He spoke with a quiet confidence. He felt good about your reaction. The drive continued in comfortable silence. Cove wore a content expression on his face that warmed your heart. Doing things like this with Cove, he made you happy. Your heart skipped a beat, thinking about how mutual the feelings seemed to be. Watching the passing scenery out the window, you relaxed into the seat. The time sped by. It wasn't too long before Cove turned into his driveway. Yeah, God, this... Cove, you really outdone yourself this time. You might just overtake Baxter for this date. Sighing happily, you got out of the car while Cove came around to where you were standing. He stood there a moment, rolling a pebble under his shoe. I'll see you tomorrow? Definitely.
Thanks.
After that, you and Cove parted ways for the rest of the day. Even when you fell back into your normal routine, your mind refused to stop buzzing with the memory of your little adventure. Good choice, Bun. Good choice. I'm still gonna play Baxter's route, though. As you crawled into bed and closed your eyes, you were back in the best parts of the day. You hoped Cove's surprise would continue just a bit longer and continue in your dreams. What do I have to do to Baxter? Yes, you will play it. Reluctantly, because Cove is way better. Watch me and Song just lose our shit when we get to that. After breakfast the next morning, you were sitting with your moms and Liz. While you're mildly listening to the conversation, the side of your face squished into the palm of your hand, the doorbell rang. I just want to take a moment and say, like, one of my favorite things about, like, my R-Life streams is, like, I try and, like, be as much of myself as I can be with the character, which makes it fun. And also, like, it gives me a lot of memories of stuff, like... I actually, like, still feel like my throat is caught up because I still have, like, the vision in my head of, like, the aquarium. It's just, like, one of those visions that's just, like, burned into your retinas forever. And it's nice playing a game that reminds me of that stuff. It's a nice feeling. Oh, I'll get it. Mom passed by you to the front door. Your eyes lazily followed her. Then you turned your attention to Ma and Liz. They were still lightheartedly chatting. You weren't sure about what. Your focus snapped back when your name was called from across the room. Well, that's nice, yeah. Hey, Bunny, you have a guest. The day of the Baxter DLC stream, Civil War. Be right there. On the way to the front room, Mom gave your shoulder a pat as she returned to the living room. When she moved by, you saw who was at the door. Games that bring IRL nostalgia are good, yeah. It's always the visual novels that do that for me. Cause Doki Doki was like that too. It's Cove again. A smile stretched out across his face the moment your eyes met.
Hi.
Cove, sweetie! Instantly, you looked over your shoulder to see Ma several feet away, but within eyeshot of the door, she waved. When you faced Cove again, he was looking at the ground shyly. It reminded you of the last time you had seen him the night before. I mean, all I'm waiting for is for Elio to play all 3 epilogues to see which one he prefers in the end. Yeah, but DDLC was a bit different. It brought up the subject, so we got sidetracked, yeah. But they're both nice. I like getting sidetracked. I know for some people, they'll be like, come on, get on with the game. But I like getting sidetracked and talking about stuff with you guys. That was all the push you needed to step outside, closing the door behind you for some privacy. Yeah, what do you have up your sleeve today? Crossing your arms, you leaned your back against the door. You already had a good feeling about where it was going. Our life has them doing various activities that remind you of them, yeah. Huh? What do you mean, huh? How could people not like learning the Ella lore? I'm glad you asked. Then Cove chuckled awkwardly. He didn't quite meet your eye as he pulled out another gift from behind his back. Surprise! Wanna go ice skating with me? Yes! Oh my... Cove is just doing everything! Oh my god. What? You blinked and then switched to staring at him in bewilderment. Cove's eyes narrowed conspiratorially. The real surprise is that I was gonna invite you to all 3 places. I love all 3 of the places! Oh my god. You never had to choose only one. I just needed to make sure that they didn't sound completely terrible. And I love all of them, and they're all ideal date locations. Oh my god, Cove. The longer Cove spoke, the quieter his voice became. He shyly scratched out the side of his cheek. 'Cause Cove superiority. Yeah, Cove is really getting on my good side. He's taking me all the places I want to go. And to check if you'd be free, so surprise again. You're so sweet! Thanks. I'd have to say that our life is best enjoyed if you are not young. Only oldies like us can get a rush on that sweet nostalgia. His face grew red with a blush. Shyly, Cove looked away from you. Question, when are we going to kiss if you haven't already? Yeah, you know, I'm always so shy in doing like physical expressions of love in these games when I have the choice to, but I think Cove honestly deserves a kiss for all this. Oh, do you like what I got you? Cove nudged the present in his hands towards you, hoping that you'd take it. Until now, you hadn't completely registered it. It was a carefully... Fuck! You know, just the way to... My heart, Cove. It was a carefully chosen stuffed animal. I love it. You're so thoughtful. Cove's mouth pulled into a beaming smile that reached his eyes. Chuckling, you took the gift. I'm really glad you like it. Are you gonna accept the other part too? Of course! Oh my god. Please kiss Cove now. Yeah. The moment I can choose to kiss him, I am kissing him. He deserves a big fat kiss for all this. Oh my god. Oops. Yeah, let's go ice skating. It'll be fun. Elated, Cove bounced on a bit on the toes of his feet. You could feel the happiness radiating off of him in waves. Oh, he's so cute. Thanks for coming. I'll be in the car. You can go get ready. Alright. You sped back inside and spotted your family still sitting around the table. They all turned and smiled at you. So, what's the plan for today? I'm going to the ice rink with Cove. That sounds so fun. Smooch the sand. Ma's smile beamed. Your gaze slid over to Liz, and she also looked happy for you. Better than kissing the panda? Wait, what do you mean? Pandas are adorable. I want to smooch pandas. I love pandas. They're like one of my favorite animals.
Have fun.
I hope you have a great time. It didn't take you long to get ready and dash out the front door. Cove was waiting for you as promised, and you both set out for day 2 of his surprise outings. And this time it actually was a surprise. Okay, better than kissing the cow. But cows are cute too! Cows are adorable! Now that you were sitting down for the drive, it felt like a good moment to regain your bearings. You shrugged your pack onto your lap and began thumbing through your things to make sure that in your hurry to leave, you hadn't forgotten anything important. Yeah, you were dressed more warmly to hopefully be prepared for the trip. Yeah. Gotta be very careful that you don't skin your knees on the ice if you fall. Pad your shit very well. In the meantime, you're left to sweat under the sweltering heat of the sun. Okay, fine. Better than kissing Baxter Ward. Yeah, you can't use animals as like a thing to be like, oh, better than kissing that, because I will be like, I do want to kiss that though. Oh my god! Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. Hello. You zipped it closed again, and Cove began to speak, raising his voice to be heard over the ambient noise of the car ride.
So...
Ice skating? This is gonna be crazy. Having fun with water that's frozen? Unheard of. I can't relate to a lot of this. All of my teenage free time was spent either playing Team Fortress 2 with the dude that I turned gay, or playing schoolgirls with very intense people. I typed it schoolgirls, but I meant skullgirls. Listen, yeah, if I were to be a bit more honest about how I spent a lot of my life, a lot of it would be just playing video games in my room, honestly. He chuckled at his own joke, and you shook your head at him, though you couldn't help grinning at his silly comment. I got the panda instantly. You know what? Maybe in colder places, it's the opposite. That's weird. That explains so much. I was like, huh? As you looked at him, you caught a glimpse of the back seat. It was empty, which wouldn't be strange any other day. You didn't bring a jacket? Cove, I told you, you need to like really dress up for the skating rink because you don't want to like fall over and skin your arms or anything. Nope. You know I hate extra layers, and there aren't any parents around to force me to do it. Now you should really layer yourself if we're going ice skating, Cove. Yo, same with the video games in my room. Yeah, I had like this one TV that was always on the ground with like all of my controllers and stuff hooked up to it, and I would always be laying on the floor in front of it as a kid. I'm not sure whether I should scold him or say you're probably gonna... I'm gonna scold him. I'm sorry, Cove. I'm being extra, but you need to wear your layers. That's not the point. Why do you think it's called ice skating? I don't want you to freeze and ruin the experience for yourself. What? Oh wait, whoops. Layer, I hardly know her. Cove's eyebrows knitted together as he began to pout. I like this character's hair. Yeah, he's got really good hair. Very nice, like mint green. I'll be fine. No, you won't! He stayed firmly in his seat, showing no sign that he was gonna change his mind. Skeptical as you were, you said nothing more on it. Did Leon pretend to be a schoolgirl with random people? I pretended to be a Sailor Scout when I was in elementary school, so... You laid your arm against the window, the scenery outside passing by in a blur, until finally you arrived at the ice skating rink. two of you grabbed your things and got out of the car. A wave of heat so thick it felt like you were swimming in it hit you as soon as you set foot onto the sun-hot asphalt of the parking lot. What's 6,000 hours of teenage years on a MOBA, and how do I relate it with our life? Yes, I regret it. Cove Fallon stepped next to you, dragging the back of his arm across his face. You and Cove exchanged looks. Well, here we are, his tilted smile seemed to say. That would have been pretty funny. The skating rink was a large building of glass and concrete, with its name plastered in simple white letters above its entrance. What is that fucking fourth one? Eh? The nondescript, flat, rooftop-style architecture reminded you a bit of the local mall. I'm guessing like one of the choices. Nah, I did that as an adult in D&D. You went in. As the door slid shut behind you, you heard Cove's sharp intake of breath. You glanced over at him, seeing the stunned look on his face. His lips drawn tight in a frown. You pretended to be a schoolgirl in D&D? It's really cold in here. Yeah, that's why you should have wore a jacket, Cove. Oh, you dork. Of course it's cold. What else did you expect from an ice skating rink? Very kite-like, no wonder. That's why I like his hair, because it reminds me of Kite. I don't know, I've only ever seen snow on TV. Yeah, he's a Californian, alright. Cove had his bottom lip stuck out and his arms wrapped around himself as he whined impudently. My life, video games, drawing gay shit, and gender dysphoria. God, me too, stuff like gay. Big mood. How about you? How are you feeling? I did that too. My stupid ass glued a tiara to my forehead. Oh my god. Wish I'd brought even more layers. Not just for yourself, but for Cove. You had your jacket zipped up all the way, but you felt chilly just seeing him huddling into himself and shaking like that. Yeah, like twice? Oh my god. It's so cold. Your neighbor shuddered dramatically, almost retracting his head into his shirt in his renewed effort to keep warm. Tough luck, nah, I'll hold on to him. You awkwardly shuffled towards Cove, peeling your arms off yourself and linking them around him instead. For a second, his body went even more rigid, but he quickly relaxed and gave you a self-conscious smile. I expected that I was used to the cold given how cool you are, Bunny.
Thank you.
I'm happy to. His shy chuckle shook through his abdomen. Once in an April Fool one-shot game, it was a magical girl class. Don't remember the other one, but I remember that I did do that. Ooh, that sounds really fun. A magical girl class. I heard of like a maid D&D. I want to play that. He felt it on the side of your body right before he put his arm around your waist and pressed you closer, an unspoken sign that he had no problem with it. Like this, the two of you ambled over to the rental counter together. A slightly awkward process that had you unsure if you were going forward or sideways. I need to slap a kite hack and tattoos on Cove for art time. Oh, a kite hat and tattoos on Cove for art time. I wonder if I'll remember tomorrow. Yeah, he would look good cosplaying Kite. He could pull it off. The clerk ended up giving you two funny looks over the top of her glasses as you went through the process of paying for admission and finding skates in your shoe sizes. But throughout it all, Cove didn't shiver once. Oh, that reminded me of something. I never did it for my dot hack streams, but I did prep like kite tattoos. Like for example, I had this. There's like a little spot right here that I didn't crop too well, but I did make little tattoos for the model, but I was never able to get it to like look good whenever I moved, so I just decided not to use it for my dot hack streams, but I did have that. Yeah. Eventually you had your skates. It was a particularly well-worn set. Still sturdy, but where it had once been blue, it was now faded. And where it had once been white, it was now closer to tan. It was broken as hell. They had to roll a 16 and a 20-sided dice or be shocked by my cool pose and catchphrase, and by shocked I mean paralyzed. Can you put it under your hair layer? I don't know how to do that in VTube Studio. With some time and a low bench, you both were set up with the rented shoes and now stood by the opening to the rink. I think he has to do it in the rig itself, so it must be a pain. Yeah, I was thinking the only way I could really do that is with the rig. It was an oblong shape, surrounded by a paneled wall with rails. You were a little amused to see that there were others dressed in t-shirts and shorts, and you turned to Cove to point it out. The answering laugh that came sounded a little distracted. Well, here we go. Oh, hi there, Final Music! Welcome! How's it going? Tentatively, he took one step out onto the ice. The series of movements that followed were reminiscent of a jack-in-the-box swinging back and forth on its spring. You thought you might laugh, but it died in your throat when, for one heart-lurking second, Cove's upper body tipped forward at a 90-degree angle. Oh god. His hand shot out, slapping against the ledge, running along the plexiglass panels of the side of the rink. A relieved sigh left both him and you. Ooh, you're gonna draw us, or you're gonna lurk for a bit. Ooh, good luck on the drawing! Muggy, muggy, muggy. See you later. He was mumbling to himself as he craned his head back. He must have caught the alarm on your face, because he gave you a smile as shaky as his footing. I'll make it work. Oh boy. Are you sure? It was fun to see Cove's first time trying it, but you'd done it before without him. You came forward to join him and... I'm like okay at ice skating. Like I used to fall a lot when I tried ice skating, and that's how I know like you gotta really dress up for it so that you don't hurt yourself. I think I get a little shaky when I first go onto the ice, but once I'm on the ice and I'm like going, I'm pretty good at it. I can go like really fast and I can do like jumps and stuff. So I think I did fine. You slid out onto the ice, managing not to buckle or trip on the way. But it's also been a while since I've done that. Oh! Mendy is raiding! Oh my god, hi Mendy! How's it going? You were playing Sonic 06, right? Hello, hello! Hello raiders, hello! Ooh, you're relaxed in bed with a cup of hot milk. Ooh, that sounds nice and comfy. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid, Mendy! How's it going? How's your subathon going? What is ice? I only know heat and heat, lol. Same. I'm a Californian. I ain't never seen no snow. Yes, you were playing Sonic 06. How was it? Was it fun? Was it frustrating? I've heard the stuff about Sonic 06. But yeah, hello everyone coming from Mendy's raid. I'm Eliolepi, and I'm a bunny boy from outer space. I like playing visual novels, JRPGs, and RPG Maker horror games. We are playing Our Life, which is a visual novel where you go through like 4 stages of your life, and you do it with this one boy named Cove, who's your neighbor. And you can like have a romance with him and stuff, and right now we're going out on a bunch of dates. He's taking me to the skating rink right now. Yeah, welcome! It's so bad, but it was a sub goal, so I must continue. Yes! Good luck! Ganbaru! Yeah, I heard that the gameplay of Sonic 06 was really bad, but I've watched some like cutscenes, and the story seems fun? Let's skate! Right, let's do it! The two of you developed a cautious rhythm, drawing long, slow circles around the edge of the rink side by side. The glitches are hilarious. As someone who played Sonic 06 back in the day, good luck. He made sure the pace never exceeded what Cove is capable of. He was happy to let you guide him. You gave him pointers while making small strides. Sometimes you take breaks to settle down and give you the chance to flex more of your skills on your own. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna do the little jump like I'm an ice skater. Like one of those people on TV. He seemed to enjoy that just as much as attempting to skate himself. White puffs of air released from you and Cove as you watched and cheered each other on for any achievement. I know it was bad, but wow, it's so frustrating firsthand. Oh god. Also, this reminded me of something. There was like this one DS game. That I played that was an ice skating game. And it was really fun. It was like Imagine Ice Skaters or something. And it kind of gave me like a Tome game vibes. Like, the Imagine games are really like, you don't know what you're gonna get with them, because sometimes they're like really anime-y games that they like use like a stock photo of an IRL 3D ice skater, which is really weird. And sometimes they're just completely different games. But I remember that one, you could choose like 3 characters as like your main character. And you could go around town and you could see like other people around the town and you could get like different outfits. And I think you could like kind of pursue like a boy in the town. And I remember you could do like training games, and like there's this one training game where you're like eating sushi. I think it was like to train like your stamina or something. But you had to be careful not to eat the sushi with a cat on it. And what the fuck was that mini game? Ugh. The cat would swipe at you if you tried to grab it. And then there was like this one where you're like in a dance room and you have to like press like these guitar strings. And like it was always so hard. But I really liked that game. I don't think I ever beat it. But I'd like to... I need to find my copy of it and play more of it. There was also still plenty of moments spent clinging onto each other for added warmth against the unrelenting chill of the space. Abuse gems if you can. The hours slid right past you, and just like that, it was suddenly time to call it a day. Talk back in to say I love Sonic 06. Okay, back to lurk. Oh, nice. I always wanted to play Sonic games. I watched like a lot of videos on Sonic, even though I've only played like one Sonic game. That was like one of the 2D games on like the Genesis or something. I watched so many videos on Sonic. I'm like a fake fan. After returning the borrowed skates, Cove and you ventured back out into the California air. Even though the sun was almost behind the horizon, it was still palpably warmer than inside the rink. Cove rushed over to his car, his shivering hand clutched to yours. You let him pull you forward in his mad dash to the vehicle. Oh, nothing like silver flying off to the sky attached to a box. Doors were opened and closed, seats were taken, the engine switched on, and heat turned to max. At that, Cove finally relaxed. Your foray into the freezing cold had ended, and nicely at that. They won't save you from the speed segments, though. The car ride home went by far too fast. You and Cove were in good spirits, and spent the ride chatting and laughing, bouncing around various topics. Mia, hello Charlotte, art in art time, and can't wait for you to see it. Ooh, hello Charlotte art, let's go! I'm excited to see it. But you didn't ask the question that sat all day in the back of your mind. Why was Cove doing all of this in the first place? You're a fake fan? I thought you were a bunny. Well, I guess I am a fake fan, but I'm a true bunny. Again, you both parted ways for the night in the neighborhood street. You watched Cove head inside with a quick wave. You were halfway to your own house when a familiar voice called out to you. Turning on your heels, you spotted Mr. Holden. He lightly jogged over to talk. Hey, how are ya? Sonic 06, good. I'm good. Great, I was just getting home from work. What are you up to? Or rather, what were you up to today? I'm freezing. I'm off to bed, everyone. Good luck on the stream, Elio. Oh, have a good night, Leonix. See you later. Me and Cove went ice skating. Can't wait to finish the texture work on the PS1 model tomorrow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your work on that model. Good job, Leonix. It's coming out really good. Excited to see more updates. You did, huh? Sounds fun. It was fun. It was also a surprise, which is weird since usually me and Cove not hanging out would be what sounds surprising. Crossing your arms, you gave a quick laugh. Mr. Holden frowned. He rubbed the back of his neck and studied you for several silent moments. Right, so, Bunny. What's going on there? Something is going on, isn't it? Oh, are we not, like, out to our parents that we're dating? I'll also head off. It's 1 AM already. Have a nice dream. Oh, good night, Overtaker. Have a good night. Huh? What makes you ask? There's not a problem, right?
So...
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. Deal? You rolled a pebble under your shoe. Mr. Holden was probably the only person who could give you any solid insight to what Cove was doing. Yeah, is he, like, gonna propose to me? Like, inviting me on all these dates? Alright, deal. What's the story? The truth is, Cove's been doing a lot for me lately. Way more than usual. For 2 days in a row now, he's planned special dates and gifts, too. I don't know why. Cove's father nodded contemplatively. He accepted the situation easily. That actually makes a lot of sense, considering, Hey, is this something secret you shouldn't be sharing? Feeling some tenseness, your teeth sank into your bottom lip. On the other hand, Mr. Holden chuckled. Yeah, he's proposing to me, isn't he? If it's supposed to be a secret, Cove's been awful at hiding it. He's doing it out in the open, so I don't think that's what he cares about. Your head tilted just a bit to the side as you watched Mr. Holden. You're honestly curious what his side to this was. As long as it was alright to hear, you wanted to know. There was a pause. He was unsure what to say next, or how to phrase it at least. Honestly, I've been a bit worried about Cove lately. He's gotten really up in his head about something. He is proposing to me, isn't he? But it's not exactly a bad thing. It's tough to know how to even bring it up. I'm not sure if I should have to try to have a talk about it. The longer he spoke, the wider your eyes grew with concern. There was more happening than a few meaningless hangouts. It's okay. He raised his hand in a calming motion when he noticed your reaction. Let me explain. I noticed Cove's been getting lost in thought more often recently, and he sometimes has his laptop out in the living room. It's 12 o'clock for me right now, but I am staying. Yeah, it's only 9 o'clock for me right now. But I'll probably be ending in the... like an hour or so, probably. Relatable. Oh yeah, it's like... yeah, it's 12 for you too, huh, Twy? Because you're 3 hours ahead. He leaves it laying around on the couch or puts it on the coffee table. I have a clear view of it from there, and I can obviously see him looking stuff up on it. Cove keeps searching one phrase and different wordings of it too. And I'll spend ages clicking through the linked results. The line is, how do you make someone happy? Just... Cove... Cove! Cove! Just that again and again. He's so sweet. He's so sweet. Oh my god. Cove. He's doing everything to make me happy. What the fuck? What the fuck? God. You had to consciously close your mouth after that. You didn't know what to even say after hearing that revelation. Mr. Holden gently beamed. Isn't he such a good kid? He continued, but his tone was rueful. Now I know I don't live near you, Elio, yeah. I live exactly where this game takes place. I live in California, or in outer space. Unfortunately, I can relate all too well to that conundrum. Who am I to judge, right? Mr. Holden shrugged in an exaggerated way to lighten the moon back up. Yeah, I can't imagine why when you start ignoring him every time Baxter is around. I wonder why he's so anxious and worried. God. Cove. Before I was thinking Cove might have gotten into a fight with somebody. Now it sounds like I was way off the mark. Cove clearly has other plans in the brain. I'm even more confused on whether this is something I should get into or not. You know, actually, I was wondering if you could have a little chat with him about what's going on. Sounds like you're at the core of Cove's sudden study sessions, so you might feel more at ease talking about it. Or more embarrassed, but he'd still probably do it. I would really appreciate it. Your gaze trailed over to the Holden residence. Mr. Holden made a very good point, you had to admit. I'll do it.
Good kid.
Thanks. You're also a really good kid. You want me to talk to Cove? Give me 20 bucks. Yeah, you gotta continue our little business deal, mister. You shook your head with a smile and started walking towards where Cove went. After a few steps, you realized that Mr. Holden wasn't following. You glanced back at him. I'm gonna hang out here for a bit. Make sure you have some space to talk without appearing in the way. Door's probably unlocked, so go right on in. Okay. But you hesitated for a moment. Mr. Holden's smile faded. Thanks for talking with me. Oh, that's me. Thanks for talking with me. This has been on my mind too, and I think it'll be good to ask Cove if everything's okay.
Absolutely.
Agreed. It'll all shake out right in the end, I'm sure. Mr. Holden grew much happier than he was a moment ago. Feeling ready, you turned right around and went into the house. Hey, Cove was sitting on the couch with his aforementioned laptop open. He peeked up at you with a puzzled look, and then it melted into his the way, like, he just smiles when he sees me. I thought you were my dad. Did you forget something? I'll just shake my head.
Oh.
You tried opening your mouth to speak, but nothing came out. Cove's eyebrows furrowed with confusion. You were struggling to put together what you wanted to say next, and the conversation was growing more awkwardly by the second. You sighed. Oh, why are you here? I'm just gonna, like, cautiously ask him about it. I don't want to be too lighthearted in case it's something that he's, like, really sensitive about. I don't want to be too blunt that I scare him. Don't panic, but can we talk about something? Oh god. Why'd you have to word it like that, buddy? Now he's gonna think you're gonna break up with him. The way he just smiles when he sees me, yeah. Wait till that smile fades when you ditch him for Baxter. Starting with don't panic will make him panic. Exactly. Cove's eyes widened, fighting the urge to immediately panic at your seriousness, but he nodded. He tried to smile reassuringly. You could tell he wasn't convinced at first. Yeah, don't start with don't panic. Everyone's gonna panic when you say that. It's not a problem, I swear. Okay. Cove closed his laptop and laid it on the couch cushion next to him. He got shuffled back. He got up, shuffled past the coffee table, and stopped right in front of you. Baba Black Sheep. Hello, Skyrcon. Welcome. I have no context, so I will lurk. Enjoy the lurk. Oh, really? You're saying that, Elio? Mr. Don't Panic Chat, I'm gonna go off stream? Okay, chat, panic. I'm going on my BRB. Would you prefer I say that? You spoke in a hushed tone, only hearable because of your new closeness. Are you alright? Yeah, I was wondering, well, if everything was alright with you? You've been making these big plans out of nowhere, and your dad mentioned that you've been kind of distracted lately. I wanted to know, why have you been looking into how to make someone happy? Noticed that. Are you mad? No, I guess I really was distracted. I didn't think people around would actually be paying attention or taking note of things. He chuckled awkwardly at himself. Cove, will you tell me why you felt like doing that so much?
Bunny.
Cove looked at you with large, earnest eyes. I did it because I want you to be happy. I am happy, Cove. You already make me happy. I also want to tell him I want you to be happy too. I want to say both of these. I am happy, Cove. Baxter's so hot after all. Oi! The words flew out of you without a second thought. Cove's face instantly started to turn red and his mouth twitched. Thank you. Another laugh squeaked out of him. Now he was completely frazzled on what to say. His gaze fell to the floor and he defaulted to rubbing at his arm.
Sorry?
I wasn't trying to make you or Dad concerned. I didn't want it to upset anyone. Sorry. Don't worry, no one's upset. His mouth twitched.tv/Starry Bunny Boy. You must be very happy then. Cove took a deep breath. You could see his expression lighten, but he still was lost in thought. What made you start doing all of this now of all times?
I don't know.
With a deep frown, Cove looked back at you and repeated the phrase. Each time the inflection was different, like he intended to say something different, but was coming up with the same non-reply. I don't know. I don't know anything! He ran a hand through his hair, trying to understand his own motivations. I guess maybe with everything that's been happening, and everything that's coming soon, it just kinda hit me that we're neighbors. I mean, we are also dating, Cove. A quick snort of air came out of your nose from his conclusion. Yeah? I mean, you've lived right across the street from me for 10 years. The only other kid who grew up in this whole neighborhood is your older sister. His weak smile bent. And then there's our parents. They sure were putting in the effort for the two of us to get to know each other. My dad literally paid you to be my friend. Cove shook his head with a laugh. His gaze was far away as he nostalgically reflected on the history you had. Basically, everything in our lives was set up for us to be together. It was always effortless. And why not? Practically went without saying that we'd be around each other, but it won't be like that forever. What do you mean? We're dating! Our parents can't always be there to arrange things. We can't live in the little world of this street forever. Do I even know how to make it work when I don't have every advantage possible? I've made you happy in the past, but could I keep doing it? What even is it that I do that makes you happy? I think he's saying we can't just effortlessly spend time together, yeah. He's like worried that he won't be able to keep you happy. Now he has to actively put in effort, yeah. Cove. Cove started to run a hand through his hair again, but he stopped partway through. He looked at you earnestly. You don't need to make like really big plans, like going on dates every day, Cove. Just spending time with you is more than enough. It's like breathing. When you're just going through life, you do what you're doing without even thinking. But then, something reminds you that you're breathing, and you become way more conscious of it. Basically, we're together because of circumstances. I want to make you want to be with me. Oh, Cove. What do you mean I'm projecting? Being with you is the same. I do what I normally do without pondering deeply on it, but now all this stuff made me start thinking about it. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. I felt like I needed to try harder to make an effort for you, for the relationship we had. I had to, and, well, that's what I did. Cove scratched the back of his neck. He looked sheepish now. It seemed like such a good idea in my head. It made complete sense, but maybe I was dumb. Yeah. He gets a kiss. First time, first kiss. Your dad's outside. Whatever. Closing the space between you both, you laid a hand on his chest and tilted your chin up and pulled him lower. Cove easily moved with you, placing his hands on your hips, and you both melted into the kiss. Stepping back, you took a deep breath. Cove shifted how he was standing and watched you bashfully. Back in a bit. It's not like I need Cove to say my thoughts out loud. See you in a bit, Twy. Just know I always enjoy having you, Twy. You don't need to make like all these efforts to impress me. You always impress me just being yourself, Twy. And I always appreciate seeing you in chat. Cove, you will always make me happy. An adoring smile grew on your face as you could see your words sink in. He helped you understood the depth of your emotions. Oh, thank you for the head pats, Twy. Thank you for the head pats. I wish I could head pat you too, Twy. So many head pats. Oops, my hand slipped. You make me happy every day. I care about you. I should be thanking you for everything you've done. Thank you. There was a pause where neither of you were certain who was gonna speak next. Cove sniffled. Aw, big nerd.
Wow.
Thank you, Bunny. Thanks for looking out for me. Even when I didn't even notice I was doing something worth checking in on. You're amazing. Well, I mean, your dad kinda needed to give me a heads up for it, but thank you. It's no problem. And you meant it. Cove was always there for you when you needed him. He breathed a happy sigh of relief that you were able to work this through. Cove chuckled, now that everything was out in the open. His words were lighter. We should make Nightbot do commands like head pat, achromatic colorless. Ooh, yeah, I'll look into doing that then. I know a lot of other streamers do that. I should be able to find a code for it. I gotta thank my dad too. I can always count on him to be around. I have such good people in my life. He smiled softly. Cove withdrew a bit, looking shy. Can I still show up tomorrow and invite you on the last surprise outing? Yeah, of course! That'd be just fine. I'm looking forward to it. You know that you were smiling like an idiot, but honestly, you didn't mind too much. Spending time with Cove was the easiest thing to you, and the feeling was mutual. Cove watched you with earnest eyes. He simply wanted to spend time having fun with you. I've been here the whole time, but my brother came in wanting to chat for a little, but we ended up just talking for 2 hours, like always anyways. Aww. That's really sweet though. I'm glad you had fun chatting with your brother. I can't wait.
Of course.
I always feel so shy whenever I choose those dialogues in games. Would you kiss me? Cove leaned down so he could kiss you, and your lips parted. As your lips parted, you saw that his were curled in a smile. He wrapped his arms around you and tucked you in close. You're really nice. No, you! Your lips gladly met his once more. Cove smelled good. Like a heady mixture of fresh citrus and sea breeze. Yeah, that does sound like what he'd smell like. You'd mutually ensnared each other with a kiss, unwilling to let it end, until Cove abruptly glanced around as if he was seeing the location for the first time. Yeah. He ducked his head, bashfully peering at you out of the corner of his eyes. We're kind of in the middle of the living room. He mumbled the words, his grip on you tightening. I think for 1 hour we were arguing over realism with the Amare spoilers though, LMAO. Oh. Cute. God. Cove's so cute. My dad might come in soon, but you know, my room is right over there, so maybe we could go there if you wanted to. Cove, my god. The Riz Master over here. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Even just choosing to kiss a second time already, like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm not really into. Okay, I guess like, if it's just like affection, like hugs and stuff, then that's fine. But is this leading to something that like is more than that? Cause like, I'm not into anything more than kissing. Even kissing itself is like really weird to me. It's probably because I never really like kissed anyone too, but like, I don't know. At this point, asking to Netflix and chill would be the smoothest Cove could possibly be, I say affectionately. Felt, same, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna save here because I'm a bit nervous where this is going because I don't want to go to more than kissing if that is where this is going. Did you download the patch? I did not. Do I need to get Barney? He swallowed audibly at your answer, but he didn't take it back. I'm gonna assume Cove wouldn't get that far since he's not super tactile of a person, but IDK man, yeah, I doubt it, yeah. If anything, it would probably be like a fade to black. Alright. Cove's face was verging on crimson as he took your hand. His fingers trembled when they clutched yours. Smiling, you gripped his hand tightly. Together, you hurried down the hall to his room. Oh, look at his aquarium. Do you still have... Yep, I see it still is on the floor. You see all that fucking sand? You were the one who opened the door as you both pushed through as one. I remember, like, I played and whenever I wanted to sleep in the same bed as him, just sleeping, he always felt too awkward. Okay. Cove smoothly closed the door after him using the heel of his foot, not allowing his hand or attention to be diverted from you for even a moment. The S scene. Sand scene. He took you into his arms fully, holding you close to his chest. You inhaled another waft of his invigorating fragrance as you stared into his open, eager eyes. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm just gonna compliment him. Oh dear. Oh dear. You're beautiful. Breathtaking. I don't know if I like where this is going. Hold on. Give me one moment. Abort! Abort! Don't worry, I'm pretty sure you can end it without doing too much. Okay. Breathtaking. Alternatively, you can do them all if you want, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you were concerned about. Yeah. Yeah, if there was sexual content, then Steam would have said no. Yeah. I mean, they do allow adult games on Steam, but I don't think Twitch would be okay. Well, I mean, I think it's okay as long as there's nothing graphic, like you can see the stuff allowed on Twitch. But anyway. Cove sputtered while covering his face with a hand. From between his fingers, you caught his eyes closing as you spoke, your words of praise rendering him unable to look at you directly. There's some sus scenes, but nothing too bad. You could also see his smile spread wider with every syllable you uttered. He squeaked with delight, unable to construct a sentence or even form a single word. You grinned at his reaction. I am not gonna know! No! I don't want to choose these choices! Which is the least? I don't understand cues for stuff like this. Which one is less of the, like, sexy option? What did you think was gonna happen? I just wanted to cuddle. I don't want anything too bad to happen. I'd say grip hair. Okay. Yeah, grip hair. Moving a hand up to his head, you coiled your fingers in his hair and solidly took hold of it. They'll seem pretty sex. In response, Cove reached out and laid a hand on the side of your face. The pad of his thumb softly circled against your cheek. Using your varying vantage point, you pulled closer together, your lips meeting in a kiss. And then you let your hand drift back down. Oh no! Stop it! Yeah, stop it. Stop it. You pulled back a fraction out of Cove's immediate intoxicating orbit. Yeah, where was the fucking just hug? I just want to hug and like play Pokemon or something. That's all I want to do. You could only hope that your face wasn't as flushed as you felt by the memories of what you'd been doing. Cove brushed his hand lightly against your cheek, the backs of his fingers accommodating each curve and turn. I guess kiss lightly, little hairy thing. Abort, abort. Yeah, that's what I meant by without doing too much. Okay, thank God. You just had to do one thing. Apparently complimenting isn't enough, and then you can end it. Got it. He was smiling. You could only beam back. A warm feeling took hold from knowing that you both felt good. Cove is still very close to you, which was nice. Possibly too nice, as the temptation to lean back in and get started all over again was prickling at you. No. You took a step back and allowed your breathing to settle down. We are not gonna do any of that stuff, Cove. We are just gonna, like, get ourselves into, like, a blanket burrito and watch Winx Club. That's all I want to do. He seemed just as in need of a minute to collect himself. The two of you waited there quietly for a time, the only sound your gradually slowing breath. Cleared his throat, trying to regain some control over the situation. You can also save and go back in and log off Steam if you want. Sorry, what? I wish I could stay, but it's getting late. I need to head home and get some rest. He looked at you, attempting to feign an innocent expression. Oh my god, Winx Club! Yeah, Winx Club, let's go! I want to cuddle and watch Winx Club with Lynn. Yeah! Can we just cuddle and watch Winx Club, please?
I mean...
What if something just happened to happen tomorrow? He had to laugh. Cove cracked a smile, acknowledging his poor attempt at subterfuge. How about I walk you back? I'm a minor. Oh, be careful. Yeah, be careful with talking about age on Twitch. Yeah. Not supposed to talk about your age on Twitch, especially if you're not over 18, yeah. Gotta be careful with stuff like that, because you could get banned. I think the thing is, like, 13 and under, if you, like, say your age, you could get banned off of Twitch. So be careful about saying your age in chat. It's best not to. Yeah, less than 14 gets banned, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, and people are weirdos too, so they'll be like, oh, this chatter is a minor. So best just not to share your age. Elio gets a pass because he's 202. Yeah, just be careful out there. I can manage crossing a road by myself. You stay here and get your own rest. Then let me walk you to the door at least. Alright. You silently headed back into the living room together, comfortable with each other's presence. You stopped by the front door. Good night, Bunny. His voice was soft, like a comforter you just wanted to wrap around yourself to forever and watch Winx Club with. But Cove was right. You had to go for today. Good night, Cove. Who's your favorite Winx Club? Fairy, Cove. I feel like you would like Flora. Mine was Stella. Stella was my favorite. Probably to no one's surprise. With that, you opened the door and stepped outside. Comforter? I hardly know her. When you walked out into the street, you noticed that Mr. Holden was still standing out there. Oh god. He looked up at the sound of the door closing behind you, his phone in hand, and smiled as he sized up the situation. Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't go further.
Oh?
You were in there for a while. I hope that's good news. Let's see. Thanks for letting me know about this. It's all better now. Yeah, good thing you stopped if Mr. Holden was there, yeah. Great, glad to hear it. Yeah, Mr. Holden, yeah, while you were standing outside, we did it. That would be so awkward, God. Everything truly resolved. You exchanged goodnight wishes with Mr. Holden before continuing the very brief trip home. Not wishing to disturb anyone, you quietly snuck inside and gently pushed the door closed behind you. As it clicked into place with a minimum of fuss, you let out a sigh. Glad to hear it. You were listening? Oh no! Your mind buzzed as you climbed the steps up to your room. Cove had done so much just to make you happy, and you knew he'd be back tomorrow with another big surprise. Yeah, I want to prepare a gift to surprise him with too, because he's getting like so much stuff for me. I feel bad. Cove had brought you 2 gifts already, and odds are a 3rd was coming. It was time to turn the tables and have something ready to give to him. Ah, walk of shame, huh? At this hour, that was easier said than done. Most stores were long closed, and Cove would be here bright and early to surprise you tomorrow morning. That ruled out purchasing a gift the way he'd done for you. Luckily, you'd known Cove long enough to see a solution to this problem. Your neighbor was always a happy boy when he was given food. You're sure you could rustle something fitting that description out of the kitchen, one way or another. Oh, let's make like some chocolate or something. Like a cake or something? Feeling invigorated, you spun around and sped back downstairs. It's time to put your plan into action. I'm gonna make my special pilk brownies. You guys remember that stream? I'm sure a lot of you guys weren't around for the pilk brownie stream, but... I struggled with cooking. You'd have to find some way to make something he loved. couldn't give him something inedible, even though he'd probably still try to eat it just because you made it. There had to be a solution. It then hit you, your parents. Moms knew how to cook wonderfully, and you could easily persuade them to give you a hand with this. It had to be done. You sized up your options. With an early start, you'd be able to pull together something simple in the morning. If you wanted to go for something more elaborate and time-consuming, you need to do it right now. I'm between cinnamon rolls or homemade fudge. Fudge sounds really good. Just earlier this summer, you bought him some. You've been ecstatic with the gift. You can only imagine how delighted he'd be with some that you'd gone to the trouble of making yourself. That's right! It'd be like a callback. Let's go. This reminds me of the FFX during that scene Titus and Yuna were making out and canoodling in the lake and Kimari was in the back watching. God. You located your moms in their room on the ground floor and explained your plight. You got a fair amount of ribbing, but they agreed to give you a hand. Not even had a recipe she swore by that you could use. Pilk brownies? Who let him cook? I vaguely remember this. I think I was at work for this stream. Yeah, I made like regular brownies, but at the end I mixed in Pepsi with it as my secret ingredient. She flipped through an old cookbook full of clippings and swapped recipes scribbled on notepaper and set to directing you and Mom like a real chef. It was good. The Pilk brownies were good. You poured the ingredients into a saucepan and mixed them together over a high heat, watching the color darken into a golden brown as the sugar caramelized. Soon the kitchen was full of sweet smells as heat joined the ingredients into one. Remember when Starry 32 Pilk was still called Starry 32 Hydrate? Or was it Starry 32 Sip? I think it was Sip? That sounds like what it was, I think. As you waited for it to reach the right temperature, your mind continuously drifted back to that trip to the farmer's market. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Unfortunately, I don't have any Pilk, so I'll drink my, what is this again? It's like a green tea papaya. Ah. Delicious. I love the like green tea that my work has. I always leave with a cup of it. It's so good. You recalled the hustle and bustle of all the stalls, and the way you and your very familiar neighbor ended the day with mutual gifts in hand. You chuckled, imagining how this was likely going to be a similar situation tomorrow. Eventually, the striking red line on the thermometer brought you back to the present. Luckily, you didn't let it go too far. It was time. The cast iron saucepan was heavier than you expected, now that it was full of rich molten goodness, but you managed to carefully pour it out and prepared it to set overnight. Water. Teasing from your mom sprinkled into the process was merciless. They had no idea why you so urgently needed to cook for Cove, but it may as well have been the funniest thing they ever heard. Still, the gift needed to be just right, so you endured their good-natured jokes. When it was over, they patted you on the back. We gay and so are you. Good job, son. You dusted off your hands, satisfied with the job well done. With your mission accomplished, you headed back up to your room. You took the steps lightly, feeling buoyed as you imagined how happy Cove would be with your unexpected gift. Cove was working so hard to make you happy. You dearly wanted your partner to be happy too. You could only hope your efforts would work as well for him as his plan would work away. Why you punked me? You're up early the next day, ready and waiting for Cove's inevitable appearance. Your ears were perked, listening for the doorbell, but instead what you heard was a familiar rapping on the windowpane. Oh, Romeo's over here. Well, I ain't no Juliet, and I hate that story. There's no need to look to know who that was. Only one visitor used your window as his personal entranceway. Getting up, you headed over to let him in. You gazed into your neighbor's face as you unfastened the window, opening it wide. He smiled at you, still crouched on the window ledge. A bunk of love. Oh. Well, thank you. Surprise! Cove's laugh was as airy as the cotton candy sold on the boardwalk. Here's some good spirits. Ooh, I want some cotton candy. I haven't had cotton candy in forever. Is that a bunk of love or is that a bunk of hate, Twi? I need to know. Yeah, surprise. I'm really keeping you on your toes. What will I do next? Yes? Oi! Oi! Tsundere? He waggled his eyebrows at the joke as you stepped back to let him enter the room. Today he clambered through with extra difficulty thanks to the object he was clutching securely. You guessed it was another gift. Thank you. There's no point in ignoring the obvious. You wanted him to know that you were grateful for his kindness. Cove smiled sheepishly as he held out the present to you. With a bit of flair, Cove clinked together. Ah, 2 mugs! Like he was giving a toast. Both cups were stamped with the Sunset Bird Town symbol. Oh, he got us couple cups. Oh, that's so sweet. One for you and one for me. I thought it'd be pretty fitting, with us sticking it out here for a while longer. His eyes were trained on you, searching for your emotion on it. I hope you like it. I'm just gonna hug you, okay? That last night, kinda shook me a bit, so just hugs. You threw your arms around him and hugged him tightly. Cove nuzzled your head, still holding your present carefully. Aww. You're so cute! Then you accepted the thoughtful present into your own grasp. Only once he'd transferred ownership and cemented it with your approval did Cove straighten up and pull himself together.
Well...
Okay, well, would it be alright for me to take you out today? We could, I don't know, go to the theater? Yeah, let's just hope that they're not playing any Shakespeare plays. He smirked, already anticipating that you'd say yes. Only as long as it'll make you happy too. His expression brightened further. That was exactly what he had hoped for. Let's
Thanks.
go. You're glad to see how happy your acceptance had made him. But before Cove could whisk you away on another big outing, you made your own move. Your surprise would be better now than when you got back late that night. Actually, before we go, I got something for you too.
What?
Really? It was amazing how surprised he was. Cove had spent 3 days raining gifts and special trips on you, but he hadn't at all counted on you doing something in return. Do I really come off as that, giving? I don't know what the word is, but... What is it? Stay here for a second and I'll show you. Okay. He watched you expectantly as you turned around to head downstairs. You reached where the homemade fudge was waiting and collected the prize. As you flipped back around to your room, gift in hand, there was a smile playing out across your face. Cove was patiently waiting where you'd left him, tapping his fingers against the sides of his pants. Hope you're hungry, or, it's a thank you gift for everything. He looked curiously, barely believing that you'd gone to the effort to select a present for him at such short notice. He handed the gift over for his inspection. His eyes widened as he saw the treat. I whipped this up just for you. I know I suck at cooking, but don't worry, my parents helped me with it. Also, my mom's did help too, so yeah, it's edible. It's fudge! You got me more fudge? His eyes were shining as he took the box. You made me more fudge? He dove in at once, grabbing a slab and taking a couple of big bites. A happy exhale escaped his nose as he munched away. God, he's so cute! Mmm! Do you like it? I could take a guess, but it'd be nice to know for sure. Cove kept chewing, gesturing apologetically to his occupied mouth. Finally, after what felt like an age, he swallowed. It's amazing! It's even better than the fudge from the farmer's market. Today it's fudge, yesterday it was fudge. Get right away! Get fudged. Your mom is right. You really do spoil me. You're the one that spoiled me! Shut up. He chuckled, recalling the way everyone had ganged up on you in Cove that day, but you couldn't deny the charges. How could you not spoil a guy like this? Cove wiped his mouth with the back of his hand, now a little calmer after the initial burst of excitement. His feelings instead settled into an easy, warm affection.
It's nice.
Thank you for this. It's so nice of you. I would give anything for you. I'm glad you like it. I think I'll go with that. He blushed from his praise. Gasp. Cove likes pilk brownies. You heard it here, folks. Let's go. A man after my own heart. He blushed from his praise. His features softened, and you felt like you were being thoroughly appreciated. Cove does? I guess pilk isn't that bad. Finally, you admit it. Finally! The food you gave was also getting its due attention. He'd already gone in for a second serving. You couldn't blame his indulgence. He's a hungry boy. That said, the amount you'd given him was enough for several servings. Far more than even Cove could usually finish at once. You made sure of it. But as he continued to devour it, you were starting to suspect that polishing it all off was the goal. Why would I ever disagree with Cove? Cove be like, I think I should murder people. Go ahead, King. In spite of the generous portion, he was willing to try to eat it all in order to show you how much he liked the present. Don't do that. Save it. It's okay to save some for later. I don't mind. You could tell that he wanted to show how taken he was with the gift, but you'd not presented it to him as a challenge to be overcome. Cove finished his current bite and let out a satisfied sigh. He tracks sand in his room, please. Alright, it is getting pretty late, so as much as I would love to finish this step in one night, I will have to cut it short. So next time, we will start the final step. I think, yeah, step 4 is the last step of the game, right? So we will start the last step of our life with Cove next stream. But yeah, thank you guys for coming for our life. Let me just exit out of the game, and then we'll do some art time. Let me put some music on. Oh wait, you're not doing Baxter DLC before step 4? I figured I'd finish Coves before doing Baxter. It feels bad. I always feel bad like when I play Otome games and stuff to like stop in the middle of someone's route unless I truly hate that character's route and I need a break. I want to give them their happy ending before I'm like, okay, bye! I'm gonna go date someone else now! So since I have to start all over from step 3 anyways to do Baxter's, I figured I'd get through Coves first. Is Derek a joke? Yes. Anyway, it is art time. So at the end of every stream, you can submit some art that can get shown at the end of every stream. If you would like to send in some art, you can join our Discord right over here. we have an art time submission thread that you should find in the art general channel, and you can submit art, memes, videos, music, what have you, as long as you made it yourself. Or if, for instance, you're a VTuber and you commission something, you can share it as long as you got permission from the person that actually did the art, and that you properly are crediting them when you share it. I'm sure Derek's DLC traumatized Elio out of it, doing things simultaneously. Well, yeah. Yeah. I still feel bad. Alright, anyway. Let me... Oh, did my music stop? Better play my Boon Boon, YouTube. Okay, anyway. It is art time. Let me switch screens over to Discord. Dun 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 dun. This is such a good song. Anyway. Alright. Here's our first piece of art for the night. This is by Twy. A fucking frog from Night the Rabbit and George. Multi-track drifting, baby! That's what I like to see. Let's go. Oh my god, that's amazing. Damn, I was working on origami today instead of art. Next time then. Hell yeah. Looking forward to whatever art you do, Jackie. One of my favorite artists. Alright, and our next piece of art is by Stoplight Gay. Ooh, Hello Charlotte fan art by yours truly. Ooh, this is so cute! I love how you did Charlotte in your style. I also really love the outfit that you put on Charlotte. It looks really cute with like the ruffles and stuff. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh, she looks great. I wanna imagine it being like one of the dresses that Aiden gives her. It's adorable. You have a really nice art style. I like how you do like the nose and like the line art of it. It's very nice. Like it reminds me of the Hello Charlotte art style, while also being like your own kind of art style. It's really nice. And I think that is it for art for the night, everyone. So thank you everyone for sharing your stuff tonight. You guys are always really talented and funny, and I love seeing the stuff you guys do. But yeah, that is gonna be it for the night. I will see you guys tomorrow with some Lobotomy Corporation. And I might be a little late, just like today. Depends. I'm doing like the cheaper options for rides home, which... Oh! This is a gigging god! Thank you for the raid! Elio! Mizu! What were you doing? Oh my god, we were just about to end stream. Yeah, we're ending. But thank you so much, Mizu! I appreciate it. Thank you to everyone for coming in from Mizu's raid. Hi. Oh, you were playing Star Wars again. Oh, nice. Thank you for the follow, Tuno. 601. Let me know if I pronounced your name wrong. Eh? And? Oh, elevator. Whoops. It's all good. It's all good. We will spread the love around to someone else. But yes, thank you. I hope you had a lot of fun with Star Wars. If you guys got any art you made, now's the time to share it in the Discord. Yeah, we got a Discord and we do art time. This is one of our chat members' art. Stoplight Gay. But yeah, let's see. Let me find someone to raid.